in Ottawa, people are starting to realize what is true of all communist movements, that fundamentally they are based on force doctrine. And right now, the Liberal government of Canada is making it clear that if you do not follow the government line, if you post anything online that the Liberal Party of Canada deems to be hateful, which I've seen a hell of a lot of hate in our streets over the past 2.5 years that the state has rolled the red carpet out for. But the Liberal Party of Canada is going to determine what's hateful and what's not, and have the ability to come with force to your house if you post something they deem to be inappropriate, cut your internet off. What these people are doing is intentionally flooding the zone with violent people, because the Marxist worldview has always said that at the end of the day, violence is what matters. And if you're a wrong thinking person, people who are poor, that's a form of violence against them. That's what these communists believe. If you don't have very much money, that's a form of violence against you. So they are justified in using violence against the capitalists, against whoever the enemy may be. And the reason you're seeing so many dangerous foreigners imported, this is not a mistake, this is malevolent. The government looks at this, letting radical extremists in from areas of the world where we know there's a percentage of people entering Canada who are going to be extremists. It's just basic math. When you allow hundreds of thousands of people in from Pakistan, from Afghanistan, these are incredibly different cultures, more violent. The violent crime rates in Canada are already up 100% in the past decade, and they continue to go up. You see now warnings going up from the government about having all your doors locked by 9 p.m. while they import millions of people from countries that all you woke out there. I'm fairly certain you wouldn't want to go live in Pakistan. You wouldn't want to live in any of these Muslim theocracies where women are looked at as second-class citizens, aren't allowed to leave the house without male permission. Women are literally looked at as property of men, yet the useful idiots, the Marxists, continue to cheer these people. It always happens in the communist movements. The dominion between the woke, the far left, and the jihadis, and violence is going to come to us. Whether you realize it or not, this is always what happens. I don't think Carney's a Marxist. I think Carney's just there to get himself rich as hell. I don't think he has any strong beliefs. I think he's just a global guy that doesn't give two shits about Canada. But there are Marxist, woke fundamentalists all throughout the Liberal Party. And if you don't see the world the right way, if you don't think that immigration has made Canada better, which it definitively has not. There's study after study after study, and anybody who lives in Canada can see it in the streets. It's incredibly apparent, it's incredibly obvious how radically this society has changed in a short period of time. And it's not, the name calling means anything. We can talk about what's actually happening. You look at any violent crime statistic, it's exploded. They continue to bring more violent people into the country because ultimately guys like Mark Carney and the hilarity of the Liberal Party of Canada talking tough about Trump the entire run-up to the election. And if you see them meeting with Trump the other day, they're laughing like little schoolgirls in there. It's embarrassing. They're so full of crap. They so suck up to power. The entire Liberal team that's been talking so tough about Trump, whether it be Carney, Anand, Dominique LeBlanc, these pathetic leaders that we have in Canada, they're laughing like little schoolgirls after talking about how Donald Trump is destroying the West. All of a sudden, according to Mark Carney, he's a transformative leader. That's because he's a communist creep. He doesn't stand up for the Canadian people. He's a weak man who sells us out every goddamn opportunity he has. He's an embarrassment. He's a goddamn embarrassment. And they are going to bring violence to us. So you've already seen it in our streets. That's why conservatives need to have their hands on the reins of violence, because we won't misuse it. Whereas you better bet your ass Bill C-8, Bill C-9 flood the zone with violent people and then pass laws that make wrong speech on the internet prosecutable. So what? Just similar to the UK and Canada now, we're suddenly gonna have the police knocking at our door if we have a wrong opinion. we say something the government doesn't agree with. I've already been banned, 26,000 followers on TikTok, and they're gonna ban me. They're banning me because I speak against immigration, speak against Muslim theocracy coming to this country, and how dangerous it is, and how obvious this red-green alliance is that's going to be the destruction of Canada and our ancestors who fought valiantly at Vimy Ridge. World War II would be rolling over in their graves at this BS, just inviting people into the country that absolutely hate us. We're doing it every day. It's the definition of insanity, and it has to stop. It has to stop now. I'm sorry there's a delay on this, but the Discord server is going to be up. Discord server is going to be up very soon. I'll post the link on YouTube, on my site, because Canadian Conservatives need to start strategizing, because at the end of the day, communism always comes down to the use of force, what they believe is the justified use of force, which of course it's not, but they think that poverty is violence and they're oppressors that deserve to be punished. It's total insanity. Please like, share, subscribe, join, become a member. Really appreciate everyone who does. Grab some gear. I've got some really cool gear. Helps get the word out. Take Canada Back hats. I need to design something else for those. But I'll have the Discord server out soon. And yeah, really appreciate it.